one thing there seems to be bipartisan accord on, if I can say that in these days, is that a lot of folks on both sides of the aisle think it is imperative that the president visit the border. And it is not just Republicans. On this program yesterday, Representative Raul Grijalva, of course, from Arizona, said the borderlands deserve a presidential visit. It is important to reaffirm the president's interests. It's vital and important to the borderland interests are vital and important to the nation. Why is the president not visiting the border?
So what the border situation needs is the full attention of all across the administration from the president on down. That's what's been happening since June 1st when the president asked DHS to appoint the FEMA administrator to coordinate the effort all across the federal government. We have DHS, we have HHS, we have the Department of Defense, we have the Department of Justice, all engaged in the process of dealing with the border situation, surging resources, and providing appropriate facilities for those kids. Secretary Johnson has been to the border 5 times in the last month. I accompanied him on one of those occasions.
He's going
a 6th time on Friday.
And we are well aware of the cabinet members who have visited the border. The White House weeks ago designated this as a humanitarian crisis. The president visits crises all over this country. Why is he not going to the border to look at this one?
The president is very, very focused on this urgent humanitarian situation. He's meeting in Texas with people who are trying to be part of the solution. He's engaged the whole of the federal government. He sent his vice president to Central America. In fact, Secretary Johnson is in Guatemala today dealing with the situation. The whole government is involved in this situation at the border, in Central America, in Mexico, and around the country where we have facilities for these kids. This is a whole of government effort from the president on down.
So do you expect that there will be no blowback, that the president will be in the state of Texas at a fundraiser, meeting with the governor to talk about the situation, and refuses to go to the actual place where the crisis is happening?
So here's what we need, what we expect from the president and the government is that we be engaged in what's going to be most impactful and most effective in dealing with this situation. That's what's been going on since it became clear that the situation was on the scale that it is. The important thing here is that we've involved the whole of government from the very beginning, that we have multiple agencies of the cabinet engaged at the highest levels, that the president is aware and on top of the situation, and that we are using all the resources that we have to be effective in providing a deterrent and making sure that we are managing children's cases effectively, guarding their humanitarian concerns while being sure to remove those who are removable and sending a clear message to those in Central America. That's why it's important that we have the Department of Justice and the Defense Department providing facilities for these kids. This is a comprehensive effort from the president on down. Our job is to make sure that we're being effective and impactful. That's why the president sent a supplemental request for appropriations to the Congress today, and we're going to continue to be focused on this as an urgent humanitarian situation as long as it takes to get it under control.
White House Domestic Policy Council Director Cecilia Munoz